What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And I'm a few days late, but UFC 314, guys, how cool was that? Breaking news: Alexander Volkanovski is once again the featherweight champion. I am apologies for the lateness to the videos. I've been unable to post the last couple days. I've kept up with all the stuff. Obviously, I watched the fights, but I just haven't been in the position to actually be able to sit down and record a video for various reasons. So yeah, as you know, I'm still overseas. I'm still traveling around, having fun. So yeah, the videos will get back to normal pretty soon. But for now, I think I'll be able to upload more over the next few days. I've finally sorted out some fucking accommodation, so I'm in one spot now. But anyway, yeah, 314, Volkanovski, belt back. We're so back. But yeah, Volk, Lopez, I don't know what to fucking do, because normally I just go and rifle off the fucking card and do the normal recap format, but everyone's already fucking done that. So I guess, I don't know, I'll do my recap and then I'll talk about next fights to make and shit. Normally I make that 2 videos, but I ain't posting a next fights to make video on fucking Thursday. So yeah, Volk beats Lopez 49-46, 2 cards, 48-47 on 1. I gave him the fight, thought he won pretty clearly. Was glad to see him. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and this is gonna I was so pissed off by this, because the hotel I was staying at, I had to check out at 10 a.m. local time, right? Which was about 1 hour after the pay-per-view started. So I caught Reyes sleep Krylov. I caught the very end of Silva, Bryce Mitchell before I had to get in the car. And then, about half an hour before I actually had to leave, I got a fucking SMS message saying, your data plan has ran out. So my fucking overseas SIM card, I've expired my fucking gigs because I've been having to watch UFC and shit on my phone with data because the hotel Wi-Fi was terrible. So I'm like, alright, I can't watch. I literally cannot watch. So I'm in the car. I'm not kidding. I literally had to get the driver, because I had a bunch of money riding on Yair winning. I literally had to get the driver to show me. I'm like, can you just look up UFC real quick? He looks up UFC, shows me Yair win. I'm like, I can't. I wanted to push it and be like, yo, can I just watch? Can you hotspot me? I didn't push it. But I actually ended up having to rewatch the co-main and main event afterwards. I tried not to spoil it for myself, but I think you open up your phone and it's just there. So I did actually, this is completely transparent, I literally missed the co-main and main event. So I had to go back and rewatch those, but I gave up. I was like, I'm going to try and not spoil it, but I'm like, I need to know now. So I just looked, Volkanovski decision. I'm like, alright, bless. But anyway, that's my Sunday out of the way. So that was my experience catching this card. I'm not kidding. 2 years ago, for the Miami card when Adesanya beat Pereira, I was literally also overseas. I was in Thailand with friends. We got it, the plane landed at the time of the main card starting. So by the time we got to the fucking hotel, the main event was over and we had to go back and rewatch it. So anytime, it's basically a curse. Anytime there's a fucking stacked ass card in Miami, I always end up being overseas for it and I miss major moments of the card. So there we go. But Volkanovski, Lopez, you guys know what fucking happened. I'm late to this anyway. I just kind of wanted to talk about it because, it's not like I was I need to get the recap out, but I just want something to talk about the whole card. Because, I could do some sort of themed video about, I don't know, good moments or something and talk about Volk, but, I'll just talk about the whole card. So, yeah, I don't know. Round 1, Volk's doing his thing, crafty vet maxing. Round 2, gets dropped. Round 3's tuning him up, doing his thing. Round 1, 3, and 5, you couldn't score this more than 3-2 Volk. You can score it anywhere, in my opinion, from 3-2 to 5-0. I gave it 4-1 just because but it's you can give Lopez the second or the fourth. Do you value the knockdown more, or a sort of 20-second exchange where it looked like he had Volk in trouble? But 1, 3, and 5 were clear Volk. He was just the better fighter. Lopez, in my opinion, would have been much better value to just be on the front foot, more full aggressive. Risk just gassing out, but go for the finish in the first. And he could have got it. I'm not saying he would have. I picked Volk, so it's not like a cope or something. I'm happy Volk won, but I'm if I'm in the Lopez camp, I'm you probably should have just gone for it a bit more. You're not going to win a ranged kickboxing match with Volk. And that got proven. But anyway, Volk gets the belt back. Movzar's next. If we're talking next fights to make, I'll do those as well. Yeah, Movzar, Evloev, he's next. I know Guru's dropped a video ranting about how Yair, I actually have an issue. Silva, it's alright, you don't deserve it, chill the fuck out. But At least he's like on a win streak. At least he's like a new contender. Like, bro, Yair, you lost to Volk. Like, you're not getting a fucking title shot. You would have got an undeserved title shot if Lopez had won, because they would have just done that for Mexico. But now you just do that fight, but not for the belt. Like, that's exactly what it was like. If any outcome other than Lopez winning and Yair losing happened, like Lopez winning, Yair losing. Sorry, that's the one that doesn't. But like Lopez win, Yair win, you make the fight. Lopez lose, Yair win, make the fight. Lopez lose, Yair lose, you still fucking make the fight. Like, no one would have cared. But yeah, Movzar versus what's his face? Volk. That's the fight to make. I think Volk's gonna win. And honestly, like, even though I wouldn't have been upset to see Lopez win, I was also much happier to see Volk win. And if we're looking at like better outcomes, I do not want Movzar Evlov as champion. And there's like a Volk Movzar is like 80-20 to Volk in my, like, that matchup just does not favor Movzar. But if you do Lopez Movzar, we've seen that. We've seen Movzar can win. I don't want to fucking risk the chance that Movzar gets to fucking win a belt. That would just be a disgusting existence to live in. Anyway, though, let's move on to the co-main event. Next up, Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chandler. This is the other fight I missed. I missed the top 3 fights of the card, unfortunately. I went back and skimmed through the Yair pitbull fight, saw the knockdown in the third. Didn't seem like an overly thrilling contest, but Pimblett Chandler, this was the one where I think like some people were surprised. Like, I picked Pimblett. I got to just flex my picks, 12-1. Reyes was the one fight I got wrong. There was a vibe there. I'm not going to act like, oh, I was so close to picking Reyes. Like, I was always picking Krylov, but like the vibe was always kind of like, oh, Reyes title run continues. But still, picks were great. I'm on a good streak with the picks. I've been last 3 cards. Mexico, I missed by 1. I got 1 fight wrong. The Apex card last week, I went 9-3. And then this card, I got 1 fight wrong. So I'm cooking on picks. I'm at 69% prediction rate. To quote Giannis Antetokounmpo, I like that number. But Pimblett Chandler, I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah, Pimblett won. I expected him to win. I expected him to get a finish. I think there's some people still that are like surprised. It's weird though, because like a lot of people were picking Pimblett by finish, but then they're like, oh my god, Paddy is incredible. Like, Guru is now just fully on board. Like, yeah, Paddy's just the fucking future. Like, because he's so happy that he can finally have another white English fighter to support. But it's like, I mean, sure, you beat Chandler, but the thing is, it's just dumb. Like, I'm like, alright, he's good, yeah. Like, he's top 10. This is what we know now. But like, can we not act like this win just guarantees that he's top 5? Like, and stylistically, with the right matchups, he can be. Like, I would think a Gaethje fight is like 50-50. But you can't be like, oh my god, bro, just give him the belt already. Like, he's a future champion, bro. Like let's settle down. And I know, like, Guru's reasoning behind, like, people are saying, like, oh, well, he looked shit against fucking, he lost to Jared Gordon. He's like, oh, fighters have bad performances once or twice in their early career. Like, he's like, oh, Islam lost to Martins. Islam lost to Martins in his 2nd UFC fight. Like, Paddy had fights. Like, Paddy has routinely looked mid. I'm not trying to discredit him. I'm just like, I'm going to be the pump the brakes guy just for Paddy. Because, like, I know some, like, Bedtime's on board, Guru, like, they're gonna go full steam ahead and just act like this dude's the fucking future, right? But, like, alright, he looked mid as fuck against, like, Benjamin. I can discount that as, like, debut nerves, right? It's like, we're getting fucking Jordan Levitt, like, alright, cool. We're getting Jared Gordon literally lost, alright, cool. And then he comes back a year later and fights Tony. Doesn't even finish him. Like, he won clearly, but like moments there where Tony didn't look like he was completely out. Like, he looked out of it, but like it was not Tony. Like, Tony has been finished and dominated easier, and like just got like handled. Like, 3rd round, Tony's like mounting a comeback before he gets just taken down again, right? So and then he beats Bobby Green, who shoots into a fucking takedown. Like, can we not? And then the Chandler win was good, right? But I'm like, I'm just so not convinced that Chandler is like anywhere near where he was. And people are being like, oh, but you said Oliveira was good because he beat Chandler. No, Oliveira was like already proven to be good, and I said he looked improved. Alright, like Paddy, we don't know how good he is, and it's like, okay, cool, he looked good in Chandler, but like it's not like a linear, just like, oh, he's getting slightly worse. Like, no, Chandler's like, it starts to go down. By the time the Oliveira fight happened, that was a bit of a layoff. He's going down. I think he's just plummeting. Like, I think he's going to, unless he gets a good matchup next, Like, he's going to look shit routinely, and this win's not going to age that well. Like, it's not like Chandler's going to go out the next fight and, like, KO fucking Gamera. Like, if he fights any of these guys, his wrestling defense has always been something that's been questionable as fuck. Oliveira sort of just exposed that he can be taken down. And Paddy's just a big lightweight, dude. Like, he was just considerably bigger than Chandler. So, okay, cool. His striking looked decent. He threw some fucking leg kicks. His chin is still up. He doesn't look slick throwing... Like, he wasn't throwing combinations. He was just, like, there throwing individual strikes. Pretty much just leg kicks and that knee that he landed. So, like, yes, I do think Paddy is good. But, like, I'm sorry, bro. There's people saying, like, he would beat Oliveira. There's people saying, like, I don't know, bro. I think he could beat Arman. Or, like, Islam's ducking. Like, I know those people are kind of taking the piss, but we gotta just chill a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, I don't normally go full steam ahead. Like, yes. Did I say that Carlos Prates, after KOing Neil Magny, would beat Leon Edwards? Yes. But that's different. It's Prates, you know, it's CP. But, alright, Paddy, I've always said his shit, so I don't want to switch up now. Like, I'm gonna commit. Like, I'm someone who commits to my gimmicks. I got my people I stand on and I commit to them. And then I got my people that I say are shit and I commit to saying they're shit. So Paddy's not shit, but I'm like, the people that I doubt. Like, I have been a routine Sean Woodson doubter, and it finally paid off because I picked him to beat Dan Ige. I picked Dan Ige to beat him, sorry. And he got it done. But I'm just going to routinely... I've picked Paddy in all of his fights. Like, I've been waiting to pick against him, and I'm going to. Like, I picked him to beat Bobby Green, so you can't even be like, oh, you're just coping because you get your picks wrong. Picked him to beat Green, picked him to beat Ferguson, picked him to beat Gordon, he lost. Picked him to beat Chandler, he won. Like, I'm getting the picks right. I know when he's going to lose, and I will get it right. I will be the one to predict Paddy's loss. If he fights Gaethje next, I'll probably pick Paddy. And I know you guys are going to be like, bro, how are you going to say this shit, but he would beat Gaethje? Again, matchup, like, he's going to get these matchups with stylistic holes in him. If he fights Oliveira, he's not fucking winning. If he fights Islam, he's not winning, bro. I still maintain that, like, Ludovic Klein's a tough fight for him. Joel Alvarez beats him. Fares Siam is, like, a tough fight for. Like, when I said before this Chandler fight, I can name 5 unranked lightweights that I'd pick to beat him. Like, 5 guys behind him in the rankings. Like, I wouldn't mind Grant Dawson to beat him. Wouldn't mind Alvarez to beat him. Wouldn't mind Siam to beat him. Wouldn't mind Klein to beat him. Wouldn't mind Bahamondes to beat him, but he probably gets out grappled. Like, there's guys that beat him, in my opinion. I know Kenny dropped a video saying he's overrated, right? And it's like, what rare fucking take from Kenny that I actually agree with. Like, I just can't say that this dude, like, looks elite. Like, his grappling's good, yeah. Are you out grappling Oliveira like that? I don't know. But it's weird, though, because, like, I'm saying he's mid, but then, like, I still favour him to beat most lightweights, like, stylistically. Like, it's kind of weird. It's a bad reflection on lightweight that this dude's, like, gonna probably be top 5. But anyway, credit to Pimblett. He's definitely improving. And if he beats Oliveira, yes, if he beats Oliveira, that'll be like the Drickus Whitaker of lightweight, in my opinion. And then he'll probably go on to win after that and we'll be like, in hindsight, it wasn't that crazy. But, like, if he goes out there and just fucking ground and pound TKOs Oliveira, I'm going to be like, what the fuck is this sport? Anyway, Paddy next. Who does he fight? People are saying Oliveira. Fuck knows what it's going to be. It probably will be Chandler because that's just a massive fight, like co-main event and that shit. But who knows what the fuck they're going to do? Like, no one knows. Lightweight's got so many options. Like, title-wise, it might be Ilya. It's probably not Arman. It's probably going to be Gaethje, which is undeserved as fuck. Or Islam's going to wait, because Islam was waiting until after 315. So we're going to get, like, we're not going to get a lightweight title fight. I know everyone's like, oh my god, Colby Covington leaked the International Fight Week main event. No, he didn't. Colby Covington doesn't fucking know anything. Can we stop acting like, oh my god, Colby leaked this shit, bro? International Fight Week is not fucking Ilya Islam and Hamzat Drickus. It's going to be Hamzat Drickus and Kai versus Pantoja. It's, like, most certainly what's going to happen. And I'm not even, like, breaking news to, oh my god, left wing. No, it's like, that's just what's going to happen. Anyway, Paddy, Gaethje next, I guess. I don't fucking know. People are going to say Oliveira. I feel like they're going to book Oliveira either against Ilya or Arman. Like, I think Oliveira's next fight will be Ilya or Arman. I think they were looking to do him versus Holloway originally. Now they're going to do Holloway-Poirier for 3/18 July. Poirier's retirement in New Orleans. It's probably going to be... If Bilal wins and Islam stays at 55, Who knows? Because it's like, it's got Ilya Oliveira would make sense as like a number one contender fight. But then what should happen is if it's Ilya Oliveira, then it should just be Arman Islam, Gaethje Hooker, Holloway Poirier, and then fuck knows what Paddy does. You can just wait. I don't know. It's weird though. Chandler, yeah, you can fight Mauricio Rufy. Like, Rufy's probably going to fight. I know Benil's coming out saying he's thinking it's Moicano. If that happens, sure. Rufy will probably fight International Fight Week is my guess. And then he'll turn around and he'll fight Chandler at MSG. That's what will happen. Chandler, they're never going to get him in like the fully irrelevant fights. Like, no matter where he is in the rankings, they're going to find the biggest name in that spot possible. Like, they ain't giving this dude fucking Grant Dawson next. They ain't giving this dude Ludovic Klein. It'd be fun. Chandler should have to fight an unranked opponent. Rufy will probably get ranked first with a win against like a Dariush or one of these guys, and then they'll probably do MSG. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. We had Yair Rodriguez beaten Patricio Pitbull. Good job. Whole lot of mid, whole lot of nothing. Kicked him at range a bit, you know, dropped him in the third. Good job, Yair. So sleepy, man. Yair, like, I don't know, bro. You're not getting a fucking title. I don't know, man. I think a title fight with Volkanovski. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Like, you're not getting a fucking fight with Volk. You already lost. You got dominated. You've won one fight. You lost to Brian Ortega in 2024. Fuck off. Like, just that's enough. Like, you're not getting a title fight. Fight Lopez. Yeah, you know what it is. Anyway, Pitbull, looked mid, looked old. I don't know, fight Cater, I guess. Fight Cater, fight Ige, fight Barboza, fight any of these just old fucks. We're not doing fucking anyone in the top 10. Like, we're not doing, I think we do Aljamain Sterling versus Pitbull. Like, no. Like, we're not, you don't get to lose your debut comfortably and then, like, still get a top 10 guy. Well, like, I'm glad they didn't rank him. Because, like, with Kai Sakura, they ranked him. I guess that's, like, okay, he fought for the belt, and at least he has a win in Ryzen over Cap. Yeah, he has no wins over anyone apart from Chandler. Like, if he's not gonna stick around and fight someone top 15, yeah, go fight fucking Chandler, or like, let's just like get Aldo over. I don't know, do Aldo. Like, Aldo was like the long time the best featherweight in the UFC while Pitbull was doing his thing in Bellator. So yeah, fuck it, do that. I don't know, but just probably like Cater, Barboza, Ige, any of those old guys. Fucking do Cub Swanson for all I care. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Gene Silva versus Bryce Mitchell. This was the one I didn't want to miss. I was like, I'm not getting in this fucking, like I don't want to actually like have to deal with the stress of watching Volk fight live, but like if I'm gonna miss the fight, I didn't want to miss any fights, obviously. Like, I didn't choose to miss them, but I was like, I need to catch this one, and I caught it like just before I had to leave, so I was glad to see that. Yeah, Bryce Mitchell, yeah, he got cooked. I don't know why they removed him from the rankings. I really don't get I'm doing another UFC rankings fucking hit piece video because John Morgan's fat ass and whichever dumb fucking retards are doing the UFC rankings need to be held accountable, you know. So I'm gonna drop a video that's gonna get a total of 3.7k views, and they're gonna be cooked, you know. They're gonna listen to me, but Gene Silva, yeah, dude's him. Like, he might be cringe, you might not like him, you might find the barking excessive. I think we all kind of do, but still, I love Gene Silva. Like, his fighting style is dope. I don't care about anything else. You can be a Jew, I don't care. If you're Jewish and fight, like, he's not Jewish, but like, if you support Jews, you can do it if you fight like that, bro. Like, I don't even care, man. Like, you got a free pass to do whatever the fuck you want, within reason, obviously. If you're fighting like that, bro. Like, dude is just aura farming, clip farming in the cage, just running at Bryce Mitchell. And again, I saw some people being like, bro, what's this? He's pushing this pace. No way, he must be on roids. I don't think you guys realize it's not that tiring. It's the same, but like, Merab's style should be tiring. Everyone's like, oh my god, there's no way he's not on roids. Yes, Merab does just push the most retarded pace, but like, if you guys do sparring, or like, I know it's a fight different to sparring, but like, if you guys compete, or if you just go hard in training, right? Like, you have hard rounds in the grappling, hard rounds in the striking. If you're the one pushing forward, landing most of the offense, and just crowding the other person and not letting them throw back, it's extremely fucking easy to do that and just ragdoll people. It's hard when they fight back and when they're pushing. Like, when people are shooting takedowns, there's a thing about like, oh, it's more tiring to shoot and fail takedowns than it is to like stuff them. In an aspect, yes, but when you're the one constantly getting a pace pushed on you, it's really fucking hard to like do anything. When you're getting pushed back, it's hard to fight on the back foot like when you're getting rushed. Like obviously Adesanya just like feints a range and shit. That's fine. But like Gene Silva is literally running at Bryce Mitchell. He's crowding his senses. He's not letting him do anything. It's not a crazy pace to push when you're the one on the front foot. That's why more people just need to fucking impose their will to go Lucas Tracy mode and just push a pace. Like you'll just if you're good and you have power and you like if you're intimidating, you'll just have success fighting like that. Same with Merab. Like Merab's like, fuck, I don't care about your offense. I'm not gonna be scared. And just shoots, and then you're like, what the fuck is this? You get overloaded, overcrowded, and you just can't do anything, and so he's able to push that pace. If people fight back against, like, okay, it's dumb to say, but like, because he still has better cardio than everyone, but like, that's how he's able to push that pace, is because he just decides he doesn't care about anything else. He's like, my sole thing is just, I'm doing this. I'm not going to really try for these takedowns. I'm not going to really try for anything. I'm just in the zone, just going constantly, not changing anything, just going, and then it's like, just pushes that pace. So that's my opinion. He's not on roids. It's not that difficult to just run at someone and hit them if they're going to back up and let you just push the pace. But Gene Silva's him. Like, I truly do not see, by the time he fights him, if he does, like, if he fought Volk now, I can probably still back Volk to win. But, like, this dude's, he's precise, he's got power. I think he's a more technical, like, I think he's a better striker than Lopez. Lopez obviously has grappling, but, like, Silva's takedown defense looked good, and Lopez's takedown defense looked good against Volk too. Just saying, if Lopez, I think we all agree Volk's going to beat Movzar. Even if Movzar fights Lopez in a rematch, I like that takedown defense from Lopez, so I'd back him to beat Movzar. But Gene Silva, if he can keep that takedown defense up, like, Bryce Mitchell's a strong wrestler. Movzar's obviously, I'd say, a better pure wrestler. But Movzar's not a guy who gets like incredible amounts of control over anyone, and he's not a submission threat. So like, I back Gene Silva to win some of these fights. Like I think Kenny said like the only guys he finally is on board now after saying this guy's mid because he wanted to call all the fighting nerds shit, and now he has to finally actually like acknowledge that they're good at fighting. And I think he said like the only guys he would lose to would be Aljo, Movzar, and Volk. Right, which I think is fair to say. Like, I'm not going to call you dumb for picking Aljo over Gene Silva, but like, Aljo has nothing for him on the feet. He's just going to get aura farmed, and he's just going to like not have power coming. Like, in my opinion, you've got to be able to chin Gene Silva. I don't think you're just out grappling this dude the whole time. He's got submission threat now. We're seeing that. You can't just shoot in on his legs with nothing. Like, maybe Aljo can. I think you either got to have like such a dangerous submission threat, which I don't, like, Aljo's got a submission threat, but, like, he's not really, like, a, oh my god, snatches your neck out of nowhere type of guy. Like, you don't really have to worry about that with Aljo. So, I back Gene Silva to fucking beat any of these guys. Like, I'm gonna say do him versus Ortega, just because I want to see Ortega take brain damage. If you're looking to actually test him more, yeah, do a Lerone Murphy, do an Arnold Allen, do one of these, because, yeah, that'd actually be a tough fight. Like, that's not just a walk in the park for anyone, and that's the thing. If you go out there and KO Arnold Allen, or Lerone Murphy, they're like, that's fucking impressive. I think he would. I just think you can't be just a range striker with not much power and not really any existent grappling threat. Like, you gotta have someone to get this guy off you, or you just have to be way superior technically to him. But even if you're a bit more technical, like a Yair Rodriguez, probably more technical, probably better striker, right? But like, he's just gonna keep coming, and he doesn't really care about your offense. Yair would actually be an interesting fight, but like, a Lopez, right? You gotta have something to stop him, do something. You can't just like fight this dude. I'm just gonna outpoint this dude and win him decision. It's not gonna work. It doesn't happen. Like, he's just gonna eventually get away to your head and he's gonna fucking KO you, or he's gonna submit you, which we're now seeing he has a submission threat. So Ortega, that's not really what I think should happen. But also Ortega, everyone's like, Ortega's moving up to lightweight. No, he's not. Shut up. You don't get to fucking be skinny fat. You don't get to be built like Nick Diaz and move. Like, I don't know, man. This is the part of the eagle where I just move up and I'm a fucking fat, obese man. Like, you don't just get to have zero fucking muscle definition on your body and be like, yeah, I'm gonna move up. Like, eat a salad. Get on a diet. Like, you lock in Brian Ortega. What are you doing? Playing fucking Fortnite as like a 34-year-old man. Like, get your shit together. Anyway, Bryce Mitchell, who can he fight? Any of these? I don't know. Do Hu Choi, that'd be fun. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Next up, we got Dominic Reyes, the return, the comeback. We are so back for Dominic Reyes. Hang on one sec. What the fuck? Wait, 24:34. Just getting a timestamp. Dominic Reyes, though, beating Nikita Krylov, fucking Conor McGregor at light heavyweight reincarnated. I don't know. But I'm happy to see Reyes back. This is the one fight on the card I got wrong. I thought he was going to lose. Thought Krylov was going to just find a way to finish him. Too much in the grappling, bit too much output in the striking, too much danger on the feet. I just really thought Krylov was, like, good. I kind of, like, he was out for a while, so I was like, this dude was pretty good, wasn't he? Like, he had a somewhat competitive fight with Ankalaev. Like, Reyes, I still can't trust the chin, but Reyes' offense is still crap. We haven't had the durability tested, so we don't know how back his chin is, but, like, skill-wise, he's got confidence now, which is good, because before, he was, like, against Span, he didn't even get a chance to prove he was good. He just, like, got caught, right? But, like, let's see him against any of these guys, really. I don't mind. Like, Rakic, I've seen thrown around. Winner of Khalil versus Jamal Hill, I don't mind. If that fight was taking place like 2 weeks from now as the Kansas main event, I would say timeline-wise that's a good thing to do. I don't want to have to make him wait 2 months for then fighting the winner, who would then probably need to take some time off because that fight they'll take some damage. So I say do Olberg. I know I was thinking Olberg, Yair. I'm thinking more along the lines of Yair versus Khalil if he wins, I guess. I don't know. You could do anything. People are saying Rakic. I don't hate that. Rakic is good, but like Rakic is losing fights. Like do Rakic versus fucking like one of these guys down the rankings. He's lost like 3 in a row. So there's no real wrong answer for Dominic Reyes. Fucking Yair rematch for like I don't know, Blachowicz rematch. Any of these guys, I don't mind. But yeah, happy for Reyes for sure. And who's Krylov? I don't know, you can fight fucking Zhang Ming Yang, kid. Good luck. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, this was honestly, apart from Volk winning the belt back and Gene Silva, right? This is my favourite moment of the card, was fucking Dan Ige sleeping this alien. Men in Black were called. They did catch Gene Silva. They did catch Sean Woodson as he left the arena. I don't care if this was like a generational early stoppage. I couldn't care less. Sean Woodson fought like a bitch. I saw some complaints being like, fight was rigged. How the fuck was Ige up 2-0? I don't care. You don't get to fight like that. Be 6'2" at featherweight. Wave your fucking arms around in the air doing can't even see my arms. You can't be doing some fucking Italian brain rot noises with your arms. Alright? Like, you can't be doing that as a 6'2" fucking featherweight and expect to win. Like, that's some bitch made fighting right there. Like, what are you doing? You're doing nothing. Like, look at me, I'm waving I'm doing the fucking Macarena shadow boxing in the middle of the cage with a 7-inch reach advantage. Like, fuck off. I don't want to reward that and let you win fights like that. So I'm glad Dan Ige won. I don't care if he was up, whatever, scorecard, stoppage, anything. He deserved to win. You can't fight like that as a 6'2" featherweight and expect to win fights. Sean Woodson's a bitch. He's not built for this game. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Dan Ige versus Garcia. Sean Woodson versus William Gomi. There you go. Moving on. Next up, we had Raul Rosas Jr. versus Zhang Xiaonan. Yeah, good job. What's your name? Fucking Werner won. Earns the title shot. Do her versus Wei Li. Yeah, heavy grappling picked her to win. There was some people picking Xiaonan. Some individuals whose name starts with Kenny and ends in Okoye that went 5-8 on picks on this card. Just couldn't be me. It's pretty fucking dismal. Dude's got 98.6% prediction rate in his fucking thumbnail, but he went 5-8. So yeah, pack it up, buddy. Off to the GFL with you. But nah, Kenny's cool. But anyway, Werner, imagine being Yan Jianan. Someone sent me a clip from one of his videos. This man called Yan Jianan a hear me out. Said Jianan's a baddie and she's a hear me out. That's a quote from Kenny Okoye in 2025. Keep an eye on that man's hard drive. That's all I'm saying. But sorry. Anyway, Jianan, yeah, did alright on the feet, but yeah, just isn't. Werner's just too strong for these girls. Wei Li had whoop her up though. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Next up, we got Chase Hooper, gooner extraordinaire, gets the W. He called out a few guys, called out Tom Nolan, called out Forestiam. You don't get to fight Forestiam. Forestiam's like a top 17 lightweight. You've beaten. Sorry, but I'm gonna list off your wins. You beat Nick Fiore. You beat Jordan Levitt. Beat Clay Guida. You beat Vyacheslav Borshev. That's not bad. That's not bad. Beat Clay Guida and you beat Jim Miller. You don't get Forestiam. You can have Tom Nolan if you want, but they're not gonna do that. Tom Nolan accepted it though, so maybe they do. That'd be cool. Both of them did beat Borshev. Hooper did look good in that fight, but he's inconsistent still. Like this, I'm not gonna fault him. I'm not gonna say this was like a fraud check performance. Like he beat Jim Miller handedly, right? It was always gonna be a tough fight for him to finish in hindsight, but still, this start like he look when I watch Chase Hooper, I don't be like, oh, future champion, future contender. I'd be like, yeah, still needs a lot of work. He's still green. He's improving. He's way better than what he was at featherweight, right? When he was getting knocked around by Steve Garcia, but he still needs a lot of work. Like, I'm thinking Jared Gordon. Like, I'm thinking I know he said he doesn't want old guys. Gordon's not that old. I'm thinking we just keep going with, like, bedtime's calling this the Charles Oliveira 2.0 title run. Let's just run off who Charles Oliveira beat then. Because I'm, like, pretty sure. I don't know the exact order, but I know he beat Guida. And when he went on that run, he beat Guida, he beat Miller, and then he beat Jared Gordon. It was the last fight, I believe, before he fought Kevin Lee. I think. I'm trying to think, what was the run? Because he lost to Paul Felder. I think it was like there was a Clay Guida win. There was a Gordon win. There was a Jim Miller win. There was a David Tamer win. There was a Kevin Lee win. There was another one. It was Will Brooks in that run, or there was like we're running off the Oliveira like career comeback from featherweight to lightweight reign. Let's just do that with Chase Hooper. He's already beat Clay Guida. He's already beat Jim Miller. Fucking David Tamer and Nick Lentz aren't in the company anymore. So let's do... it was Nick Lentz was there too, because Charles Oliveira for some reason had a fucking trilogy with Nick Lentz. Generational trilogy with that one. But do Jared Gordon. He's higher up than Jim Miller in the rankings. He got fucking robbed by Huck Barust, arguably. Caio Fernandez pulled out of a fight with Jared Gordon and then went on to beat Graham. So, and I'm dirty because I was gonna pick Caio Fernandez to beat Gordon as like a plus 145 underdog, and then I was just got baited into the Graham hype. So I didn't pick I picked Graham to beat him. But anyway, yeah, Gordon versus Hooper continues. Hey, look, if he finishes Gordon, you can say he's better than Paddy Pimblett. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Next up, this old man got beaten up. It was pretty sad. Good job, Julian Arosa, I guess. Next up, though, Mikhail Olekjaychuk beat Cedriquez Dumas. Good win, I guess. Suma Derji beat Mitch Raposo. Exhilarating stuff. Marco Tulio. I'm going to talk about this man, Marco Tulio. I'm going to talk about this kid, Marco Tulio. Kid's badass. Beat Ihor Potiev. That's like the fucking canon event for like all middleweight prospects. Or like all exciting middleweights, they just KO, or all exciting light heavyweights too. Like but like these guys all like finish Ihor Potiev. Like Michel Pereira did it, and we're like, oh, they must be good, and then they turn out to be pretty mid most of the time. Or they just don't have the same finishing potential that we think they do. But he beat Trayshawn Gore, which is again not a high level win, but he looked good. Like he looked good. I just like to see if they're beating up a can and they don't just get like an immediate KO. At least like, if they extend it, like, yeah, he got cracked, his defense is a bit questionable. This dude's offense is nasty. And I'm going to just say, like, he probably will lose this fight, but I don't care. Like, I'm kind of down to just, like, we need some new guys coming in the top 15 of middleweight. Like, we got some guys, like, in that 5 to 10 range. Like, we got Amavov, obviously, number 1. We got Baralio. We got Hamzat's about to get a title fight. We got Fluffy. We got RDR, Bo Nickel, right? But we need some new, like, faces. Like, Atiba Garcia's got a long way to go. Like, Mansour Abdul Malik could be something, maybe, but probably not. Like, Ikram might still be good, we don't know. But, like, I'm trying to just get some new guys at middleweight. And when you want to see if someone's top 15 ready, who's the man to call? I got a connection in Sweden. His name's Jack Hermansson. Let me tell you about this kid. He hasn't fucking fought in 19 months. Jack Hermansson's going to come back in about August as the co-main event of an Apex card. And he's going to get a split decision 29-28 over Marco Tulio, and then he's not going to fight until 2027. That's what we're going to see. Congratulations, Jack Hermansson. Don't know what this man's doing. Saw him working at a cashier at IKEA. Maybe that's a full-time job for him now fighting. You know, maybe he's found a better salary over there. But, dude, you're on a... there's no way Jack Hermansson's contract isn't, like, half-decent. Like, he's main evented fights. He's been in the top 15 for ages. They just removed him for inactivity and ranked Bo Nickel over him. Dude, come back. Where are you? You're still good. Like, you'd probably win a rematch against Vettori, to be honest. Tragic for Vettori. Lost his brother. RIP. I actually feel bad. But, like, Jack Hermansson probably fucking beats Bo Nickel right now. Like, that's all I'm saying. So yeah, Marco Tulio, Jack Hermanson. Let's do something interesting. And then last up, we got Nora Cornell. Badass. It's a tough cookie. Nora Cornell beat Haley Cohen. This the star of the night, to be honest. I think we should be throwing Nora Cornell in a main event next. Who doesn't want to see an Apex main event between Nora Cornell and Yana Santos? That's a badass. You can already see this shit being a fucking like main card fight in the Apex. Nora Cornell versus fucking Arena Eldana or some shit. Like, that's an Apex main event coming to you soon. That's a UFC Paris main card opener. Anyway, though, that'll do it. Card was real fun, very enjoyable. I wish I could have gone live. I'll be back in Melbourne for CP, so yeah, make sure to get your CP tape study done before the fights. Let me know your predictions for that card. I'll drop picks for that. Probably the date. I'll probably schedule it because my flight, I'm not trying not to reveal too much information. Someone's going to fucking find me on a plane. But my flight leaves Monday and I get back on Tuesday morning. No one's going to know where that is. I'm not revealing more than that, but I'll probably I might record the picks once I get back on Tuesday because I don't normally post picks too early in the week. So yeah, CP predictions are going to be coming soon, about next week. Other than that, let me know what videos you guys want. I might do another hit piece on the rankings. Once I'm back home as well, I'm going to start working on... I'm actually going to work on a website for the fan rankings so you guys can have those accessible. I have them on a Google Doc right now, which I could probably share, but in case someone finds a way like edit it, I don't want to fuck that up. So yeah, I'll find a way to get the fan rankings published, but we're working on those now because it was such a stacked card. I got a bunch of changes we got to put polls up for. So if you haven't already, vote for the polls on my community page to contribute towards the fan rankings. The real rankings on MMA YouTube or for UFC in general. Other than that, yeah, goodbye. Peace out, guys. See you later.